Alright, we are back with more Human Revolution, The Missing Link. We are back at 1080p. We are back at 1080p. We only had one episode at glorious 1440p. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way to stream in 1080p and record in 1440p by the time I stream next. Which should be on Tuesday? So, yeah, that'll be very nice, yes. But, yeah, also, something I noticed, I've had to record this episode twice because I messed up the resolution switch. One thing I noticed on the way into Rifleman Bank Station here is the symbol we were talking about is the triad symbol. It's actually just the Belltower symbol. You didn't hear anything. So yeah, we're looking for some sort of maintenance tunnel. Now I remember that little. It's basically a floor vent. Basically a floor vent we're looking for. Oh, well. I didn't think they'd set off the alarms just because they found a fucking slightly broken piece of the. Okay, well that's fine. No fun for me.
You need to take a leak?
Where is the floor vent?
Oh, you're a goddamn riot. That sounds like another Dock 3 security protocol. I bet those special op assholes have clearance, right?
Don't know. Almost all probably don't need to use the washroom like we do anyway. All they need is the occasional oil change.
I guess spending all that time in the Australian Dust Bowl really gums up their gears.
Okay, let's see if we can do some Jensen Hops bullshit. Oh, come on. You can clearly see there's an intention to be up there. Eh, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to check the map once they finish talking. Also, I like how intricate the maps are. Oh, we need to get to a different loading bay. That makes sense. Okay, those guys are fleeing over there. That camera seems like it might be an issue. Yeah. So yeah, this dock actually is where you get consequences if you weren't stealthy in the first couple sections of this DLC. If you weren't stealthy in the first couple sections of this DLC, you will have an extra like couple guards in here, and you'll also have one of the box robots be active. Come on. Level 3 hack. Oof, gotta be careful. Gonna have to go straight for it. Nice. Who saw me? And it was probably that guy out there. So if I go knock him out. Oh, we were talking, yeah, in the recording that failed, I was talking about permadeath runs. About how people who use boxes really, really interestingly. Surprised he's not. Oh, is he coming in here? That's why he saw me. He comes in here? Well, that was definitely very silly of me to leave him conscious. Also, in the recording that failed, I accidentally dropped this guy through the grate because the game bugged out. That was funny. And I was talking about how I couldn't do permadeath runs because even though I think I'm a decent Deus Ex player, I save scum too much for it. I heard the ringing. I was like, wait, is this Payday? Do I have to answer the guards' pagers? Should play Payday on stream. I don't know if Chris would be into that.
Access
Payday's definitely a co-op thing. We should do some co-op streams with Tucker. I haven't actually asked him. I don't know what games we play. Oh, there's the box guard. That's a robot, by the way. Should we activate it just for fun? Or would that get everyone alarmed? Right, let's one sec. Oh, there he goes. Oh. Oh, he's cute when he's disabled. That could be taken very wrong. We need to get into that loading bay there. We need to get past the tripwires. Is there a vent? There's always a vent. Oh shit. I kind of want to take him out. do have a trank. One trank? I thought I had two. Okay. So I can get, obviously I can hack that laser grid, but I need to be kind of alone. It's one of the buttons on the, like, it's next to, like, full screen. It's like the director's thing, like the scene clipper, button. I don't really know how it works in full, but I know that that button takes you to where you can do it. Alright, level 1 security terminal. Hopefully that guy who's over there won't notice me. So I like how it gives us a lot of nukes, but like no hack stop viruses, at least so far. I knew that would set me off.
Access.
So we have 2 praxis points, which I want to spend. We're now in Rifleman Bank Station, which means we should go up to 5 hacking. Is there anything I want to do first? Yeah, I think I want to do this first, because buying the social enhancer in Missing Link gives you access to more praxis points. So it's one of those things that I definitely think should be done early. I'm a traveler. You know, I just went into it. Oh, is this a vent that I could have used? Ugh, it's always the vents you don't expect. Ugh. Oh well, we did it our own way. Those mines. I seem to remember there being mines around here. I don't know why there would be mines between. Okay. Fuck you too. You got it. Nice. Good. I'm glad that there's a clip on Twitch now of me saying, "Oh, he's cute when he's disabled." All right. Well, let's not do that again. I will open the door, I think, to get him distracted. He'll probably come have a check.
Hello?
Hello. You wanna come have a check? You wanna see what's going on over here? Have a gander, mate. A little closer. I'll do. I like, one of the things I like about DLC is that the kind of the power scaling is very interesting, because obviously the game is intended for you to have nothing at the start, because it was originally not part of the main game. It was a standalone expansion pack. At the same time, the difficulty scaling is a lot higher than the main game. You're seeing we're like less than an hour in. We're seeing shotguns. We've got a lot of energy packs. We've got a lot of praxis points. Level 3 terminals and stuff like that. Again, just Missing Link's interesting to me, because I wish Human Revolution had had more expansion packs. Because Missing Link's actually... What the fuck? Oh, the turret. I think they'll set off the alarm. Yeah. Alright, cool. Missing Link's actually pretty good in terms of difficulty scaling. It's a nice little, like, difficult part of the game that I'm a big fan of, but of course it's the only one that does this kind of micro mission. Kind of like a big facility is a good way to put it.
Here? Come out now.
It's a big facility. Like towards the end of Human Revolution, minor spoiler, there is kind of a big facility with micro hub elements, and Missing Link as a DLC is kind of like that. It's got a few hub elements, which you'll see in a second. Probably during this episode, actually. Yeah. But it is just in general just a giant facility, which is cool. It's got all these breakable walls everywhere that I really want to... Oh, nice. That's for a side quest that I don't know if we're doing, because it's not actually that fun. It's literally just like a fetch quest for an upgrade, and the upgrade we're never ever going to use because we're non-lethal, so I don't know if we're ever going to do that side quest. Alright, we gotta be careful of that fucking turret.
New personnel should report to security.
Hope they don't notice me.
For biometric scan.
Any word on when that shipment of mobile turrets is going on to the OZ theater? They've been out there gathering dust for a while now.
Have I still not spent the praxis? I did spend the praxis. I spent it on the Casey Og. That's kind of silly of me.
Very
Is in retrospect.
Still takes 2 or 3 guys to move them. A mobile is mobile.
I saw some footage. Seems enough to deploy. Jeez. Box cards, mobile turrets. Pretty soon they won't need us at all. Just one guy at Central to give orders.
They'll always need someone to go out and die for a cause, if only to rile up the
Security
civics.
credentials must be carried at all times. You may be asked to produce said credentials by security personnel. Please comply.
I heard that. Time to unload!
Okay. They heard it, but they didn't. Oh, this episode probably produced some of like the most fails I've had in the playthrough so far. There you go. The old pre-reflex booster takedown. The Singularity Church of the Machine God? Wow, I didn't know this was in Human Revolution Missing Link. This is a plot point. This is foreshadowing to a plot point that Brett's brought up in a different game in the series. But so there's a lot of callbacks in Human Revolution to the original Deus Ex and the Invisible War that we never speak of. But this is a call forward to a future game in the series, which is cool. Right. This could be a hard one. It won't be too bad if as long as I don't get detected on the very first one, which I did.
Credentials must be carried at all times.
Do we fuck around? No, we do not fuck around.
Credentials by security personnel. Please comply.
We kind of fucked around and we still got it. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Fuck you, turret. Also, that camera was off already. Interesting. This computer hold. Ship list.
Crew to Sector Alpha.
Oh, it's going to Cardiff.
To Alpha.
I mean, that's all that really matters, don't it? What a trip. When you dock at Cardiff and end up at Istanbul. And then Singapore. Jesus Christ. This is our ship. Well, the ship that we just arrived on. What was this ship's name? SOL Interlude. Wait, no. Jeanju. St. John. Oh, that sounds like a Welsh name. Folks.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules
La Prima.
will be distributed as soon as possible.
Oh, I should have checked the other emails. Hey Nige, any word yet on Hengsha? Post office pickup notice. Okay. Anything on these guys? Pistol ammo? Nothing. Okay.
Civilian
I probably already
contractors
checked
will
them.
stay within designated areas. Entering restricted
There's a
areas
vent.
will result in termination and prosecution.
Into the vent. Also, we're supposed to be looking for a floor vent. Don't know where it is exactly. It might be here. We could be in the floor vent. Someone dropped 175 credits down here. Also, this vent was probably not relevant. It is a vent. Aha, the floor vent is over here. The floor vent is our destination. There you go. The vent of dreams.
That's far enough, Jensen.
You.
You were behind this?
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
Why don't you put the gun down? Then maybe we can talk.
You think I'm stupid? You've got every reason in the world to hate me, and I've heard what you do to your enemies. Tell me, did you enjoy putting so many BT contractors into comas?
You're the one who let me off the leash.
It wasn't my choice. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to get us both killed before this is over. But if we'd left you in that brig, who'd be around to save your Dr. Reed?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Belltower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not what you're thinking. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Belltower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp. There's some kind of black project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
Why me, Keitner? That is your name, isn't it? The one Burke used back on the ship?
Natanya Keitner, yes. And it has to be you, because any movements I make are noted and logged. I can't risk blowing cover.
Cover? Who are you working for?
A few months ago, an Interpol agent approached me. They've had Belltower on their radar for some time, but they've never been able to prove anything. The things that agent pointed out about this base, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So you see, Jensen, I really am playing the good cop and the bad cop.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with doctors and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Blackhawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
I'm gonna need more information than that. Tell me about this black project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp, and they just disappear.
Yeah, Doug brings up a good point in chat that the gun's kind of a little weird in their hands. I think it's because they render the gun like they would render it for Jensen. Like the gun is just an object in the world. If they made the gun part of her character model, it'd probably look a lot better. But I like the charm of the fact that they're real guns you can go get.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Only this sector, why not others?
Because you're a fugitive, Jensen. The less room I give you to maneuver in, the more likely it is you'll stay one. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command tower. You'll need to upload this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your infolink once you do. Any more questions?
I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny? You think I'd risk so much because... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Belltower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections, which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt. Innocent people. And we have to find out why and expose it.
Exposure could destroy Belltower.
Belltower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
The guards in the prison complex, are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained, special operatives. So if you start a firefight in there, don't expect to live long.
I'll keep that in mind. I could use some more hardware. Any chance Corporal Tyler will have access to the armory?
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very low profile. Still, there is someone who might be able to supply you. One of the base mechanics, a civilian named Quinn. He runs a nice sideline in procurement.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do, and because he has no love for Burke. He's in the lower level maintenance area near the elevator. He'll get you what you need.
I was about to say the same thing. She seemed to have the same kind of emotions as Malik.
I want to help, Keidner, but you're asking me to take a lot of things on faith here. It might be easier if you can show me some hard proof.
Burke's got an office in the command center. It'll be locked, but 6325 will get you in.
And then?
There might be some files on his computer. If he hasn't changed it, his login is P. Burke, spelt with an E, and his password is Theogony313.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll upload to the security network from here, so get going. Alan Tyler will exist by the time you reach the prison security port. Just be careful, and try not to draw too much attention.
Sure. Oh, that's why the camera was deactivated. Because she deactivated it. But you couldn't deactivate the turret? God damn it. Okay, I want to go find that Quinn guy. That's her name, I'm sure. Let's have a gander at the very intricate map here. Right. I think it's going... Oh, there's a different door. I don't like the look of that guy over there. Do we go through the vent? I think the vent is a reasonable option here. The vent is always a reasonable option, of course, but you know. Are we right under where we need to go? Yeah, we are. Okay, let's go back out the vent. The vent was a reasonable option, but it just turned out to not be quite what we were looking for. I want to make some progress in the DLC today, so we might go a little... Okay.
See anything?
No, didn't see nothing. We might go a little longer than usual.
If anyone's here, come out now.
That was stupid. What? How did you... Look, I get that he saw me. But turning hostile? I mean, come on. He didn't notify anybody. He just fucking got stunned instantly. This is the fail episode, for sure. I could KO him from there. It's not a bad idea. I'll take him through the door with me. Nobody will be any the wiser. In before everybody is the wiser. Come on. Come on. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay. Just fine. Ooh. KOing people. Profitable. That's a tough. Well, at least it's just suspicious. It wasn't a turret, it was a camera. If it was a turret, I'd be very in trouble. Also, there is something else about this DLC that like sets me off as being like pretty cool to me. It's not an oil rig exactly, it's a mid-ocean base, but it feels like Navarro from Fallout, and that's just a cool feeling for me.
Are you Quinn?
Yeah, that's me. Jensen, is it? You weren't followed, were you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I can believe that. They're having a hell of a time keeping up with you.
I intend on keeping it that way.
Well, you've certainly ruffled a few feathers higher up. It's not like they don't know you're here. Stowed away on the ship, I mean. It's only a matter of time before they bring the hammer down. Put a stop to your gallivanting on the base. I just hope I'm not near you when the iron's hot and you're on the anvil.
Look, Keitner said you can help me. Can you?
Yeah, she told me to be expecting you. I'm just glad you came as soon as you did instead of going off on your own. There's enough kegs of powder lying around here already without throwing another loose cannon in the mix. You know how much we're risking to keep you off the radar? We've only got so much pull around here. It's Burke's show, and he'll do as he bloody well pleases, which means stamping out any rats the moment he gets wind of them.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with it? I understand you run a nice little sideline in procurement.
Aye. From time to time you might say being inclined to do a little, how should we call it? Bartering. On the side. Since the commander signed off on it, I suppose I could open my stock to you. For a price, that is.
You mean I have to pay?
What? Of course you have to bloody well pay. Ain't exactly a fucking armory quartermaster down here. I'm just a civvy contractor trying to make ends meet. This ain't a bleeding charity.
Considering the circumstances.
Circumstances? What, that you're a fugitive and I'm risking my neck just talking to you? What are you trying to pull here? Although, I don't suppose you had anything to do with the stasis pod that was saved back on the ship.
How do you know about that?
Ah, so it was you, eh? Well, let's just say I have me sources and your little random act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on me wares. Just no freebies or handouts. But now that I think of it, if you're looking for a little something for nothing and don't mind a little light work, I've got an errand that could use running. Consider it a special offer of sorts. Interested?
So someone to add, Tuggy just mentioned in chat about what happened to his face. We don't get like a specific explanation, but the markings are not unique to him. It's implied that it's from augmentation. He's probably got some sort of brain and mouth augmentations that are. He's probably got some sort of mechanical jaw. You can see from the two bolts on his chin and his teeth. Those are probably prosthetic, but he's probably also got brain augments that are not prosthetic that connect somehow. I mean, it makes sense if he's a shopkeeper or something.
All right, tell me about this special offer.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this base is packing some serious heat. Especially in the form of those walking brick shithouse boxcars. If you get me a few odds and ends, I might be able to whip up a little something to make getting around easier, if you catch my meaning.
What kind of something are we talking about here?
Nothing fancy. Just a 329 series MPRS.
A rocket launcher?
That's right, mate. And custom built. By yours truly, of course. You see, while I might be able to get my fingers on some low-level arms, I'm a little restricted when it comes to military-grade bells and whistles. I'm itching to try out a new trigger propulsion mix. Maybe even recalibrate the guidance system for some extra punch.
I'm not convinced jury-rigged explosives are exactly my style.
Look, I'm not telling you how to do your job or anything, but you might want to consider carrying a little extra insurance while you're here. Look, all you gotta do is find me some components. I'll do the rest. An earlier boat had a shipment of 329s, but I wasn't able to poach any of them before they made it to the armory. Luckily, little Sparrow in my employ managed to lose one through maintenance circulation, but he got himself shit canned before I could collect. Now my little bute's lying around the base somewhere in bloody pieces. The launcher, I mean, not the wee man. Though, no idea really happened to him.
Right, so, long story short, you need me to find the parts and bring them back to you.
Yeah, that about sums it up, I'd say. Just find me the trigger module, scope assembly, and launch a barrel, and we're in business. I could scrape up the rest from leftovers here in the shop.
I think I already found one.
Aye. Let me see what you got there. That's the 329's trigger module. Let me know when you find the other two.
Yeah, that's the side quest I was talking about. We got the trigger module just now. I mean, again, it's just a side quest. It doesn't have a lot of story connected with it. I might find them depending on whether we have a stream break or not. If we have a stream break, I'll look up where they are and I'll find them on stream. If not, then I won't. Because, again, it's just, like, it doesn't have a lot of story attached to it, and I don't need a rocket launcher, so I find very little real reason to do that. You can activate pheromones here, but you shouldn't if you're going down my route. So I'll tell you why after we've entered the shop.
Buy something or bugger off.
Alright then, Comnia, tits. Oh, that's quite a lot of credit. Oh yeah, we start with the credits we had in the main game. Good. Excellent. Let's go. So he has one praxis kit. So the discount, we get a 25% discount because we did the first side quest, fixing that pod. grab that. We will also grab ourselves all of the boosts, all of the energy boosters. Oh, that's fine. And then we want to sell. So let's sell the painkillers we can sell. We want to keep the virus software and the stopworm software. We can definitely sell peps, which is so cheap. We shouldn't pick up peps at all. We'll keep the 10 mil. Sell that. Sell all that. Should have just been picking up shotguns. And I was selling, right? Yeah, I think so. Good. So, alright. And now we'll go back.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Unless, of course, you fuck it up yourself.
Now we can use the pheromones.
Well, if it ain't my favorite and currently only customer.
So, this is very interesting. I did a little bit of research about this. I didn't know this. 2 of these options work. Charm doesn't, but pressure and appease do, and they have different results. If you pressure Quinn, you will get another 25% discount, which is nice and all, but we already basically bought everything. Appease gives you a different option.
It's obvious you're not a Belltower sympathizer. So if there's anything more you can do to increase my odds of getting off this base alive, I'd appreciate it.
Because I like you and because seeing you get your arse killed or captured would put a damper on me day, I'll open a special stock to you. It's normally reserved for another client, but as long as you're paying. No money back guarantee or warranty. You break it, you buy it.
So as you can see, if we use the appease, we have a bit more stock, including 2 extra praxis kits. Now, if you had used the pheromones before entering the shop, you would only have 2. You wouldn't have 3. But if you buy the praxis kit first and then enter the use the pheromones, you'll get 3 total, 1 prior and 2 after. So that's why we didn't want to use the pheromones. If you're just going for the discount, of course, you can use the pheromones immediately because you'll just get the discount, right? We also get a silencer. This is quite nice. We could put together a nice little pistol. I'm probably just sticking with non-lethal, even though a silenced laser targeting 10mm pistol is a really useful weapon if you're going for stealth lethal. Other than that, we definitely will pick up some stun gun darts and some tranq ammo. Oh, it doesn't sell tranq ammo.
Thanks for shopping at Quinn Mart.
Mm-hmm. But now we are at, I think, 4? Yeah, 4 praxis points, with 90 experience left to go before the next one. We're doing alright on our praxis here, so let's have a look what we're going to grab. Definitely want to grab reflex booster, I think. Yeah, we're almost done with what I need to grab, so I'm going to grab reflex booster. And I'm going to grab Icarus for quality of life. And then next level up, we can grab hacking 4, and then we can grab hacking 5. And then we're back to where we were in the main game. So there is a vent here. I don't know if Quinn gets pissed at you for this. So I'm going to quick save before we head in here. You can do a little bit of venting. A little bit of... Oh, well, there's our praxis point. Oh, this isn't the Quinn's place. Just gives you a damage upgrade. Huh. Oh, wait a minute though. A little bit more venting we can do. There is a vent to Quinn's backyard, I think, but I don't know if it's accessible at this stage in the game. Either way, we're back up, and we can continue on with the game, which is good. But we are going to end off the episode here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.